the business owner in Mexico, or I would say Latin America, very sure it happens the same way because we are all human beings. We can be different colors, but we all think the same pretty much, or we behave the same. When you are successful in a market, successful meaning, oh, I'm selling a lot, I'm living a good life, and this and the other, have this company with 300 employees, whatever. But now I want to go to another market. These people become very arrogant. They are not humble to keep learning or open to learn. So I'm very sure that you have had people in the past that want to invest in the US or whatever, and they come with this idea like, oh, I bring, I don't know, $10 million for you, whatever. I'm extremely successful. Yeah, but you have no clue how to handle those things in the US. You're going to make this mistake, this, and this. And when they see themselves so big, they think that, oh, how come this guy is going to tell me what to do if he's not as successful as me in terms of money? But success is not necessarily financial resources only. But I think, as you were saying, you have Warren Buffett reading every day, trying to learn something because he thinks that there's other people that can teach you something. You don't know anything or everything. And in this particular case, I would say when people want to go to invest in the US, they make a lot of mistakes because, yes, you can be very successful in Colombia or Argentina or Mexico or Spain, whatever, but you have never been successful as you want to be in the US. So somebody that has been there for years, I think can tell you 2-3 tips that is going to save you a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of, I don't know, stress. And I think we have to continue being humble and open to learn, because I think I was looking for the right way to say it, but I think people become so arrogant, so proud of, oh, I've been doing this, so I know everything. That will be probably the number one key, or how do you say that, way to know that, hey, I don't know necessarily that he's failing already, but he's gonna start to fail because he's not open to hear from people that has already that experience.
Yeah, no question. You cannot be closed-minded. And I would say that regardless of whether someone wanted to, do what a Warren Buffett did, just take a look at successful people, and you don't have to necessarily study the type of business that they're in, because that might not necessarily be your passion, but there's characteristics that you will find that are very similar in successful people. And thinking that they know it all is definitely not
a blueprint for failure.
For sure, and it's definitely not their characteristic. Definitely not their character. They may make it seem like they are, and the arrogance might show this like behavior or demeanor in which you think, man, that guy thinks he knows it all, right? But I promise you, they learned that lesson long ago to never think that you know it all.
Mm-hmm. And as a matter of conclusion, I know it's a very common asked question, but I would really like to hear it from you. What would you say to your younger self about success? Because I'm pretty much you have different ideas about who was and why it was successful when you were probably my age than now. Like what has changed through the years on your perception of success?
I would say that, for me, the biggest lesson, I've always known deep down inside, I couldn't necessarily like define it the way I can now. Like you pay a tuition in school, right? And like I said, success has a payment and failure is part of that cost. I think deep down inside, I've always subconsciously known that, which is why I never quit. But I would say that probably the biggest mistake that I made, in which I could have been, maybe 10 times bigger than I am right now, is the power of networking, the power of aligning yourself with other people who have similar vision, who have similar values, who have those characteristics of clarity, consistency, investing in themselves. I thought I had to do it on my own. and I reached the level of success. But man, did I grind. And I just know, like, financially, I could have been in a much different place if I was open to the power of networking and just aligning myself with the right people. I would say that's probably the biggest lesson.
What about you?
No, I was just thinking that, and I'm not gonna probably answer that one because I was thinking on the very first one that what is success, and I was just thinking, I think success is the capability of transforming other people's lives. It's not only yourself, but somebody else. So thinking on networking, I think that's the best way to transform people's life.
Scott Galloway loves to say greatness is in the agency of others. And I don't know, I wouldn't say I have a defined definition of success, but I'm pretty sure it's never something individual. Like, you can picture yourself as successful, but if your inner circle is trash, I wouldn't say it's successful.
Totally.
Or I don't know, you treat badly your mom. I don't know. I like to understand that. I don't like the social media framing of success as something individual. When you've said it, networking, others, like, there's no way you can measure success on an individual basis.